Hi! It's 6:30 in the morning here in Luang Prabang, Laos, Southeast Asia. And I just want to show you how we get woken up. So if you could just hear this, you can hear some Laotian music being blasted over the community tannoys. Every village here has a tannoy, and the village chief or the village elders will then give news and updates on what's going on with the lockdown through the tannoys. But every morning they wake you up with this Lao music. Always the same songs. It starts at about 6 o'clock. But if you can hear that. Sounds like that. Anyway, that's how I get woken up every day during lockdown. Welcome to another video on this channel. So this one's going to be a bit different, to be honest with you. I haven't wanted to focus on the lockdown on this channel so much recently. I did that before. I know everyone really appreciated it, but to be honest with you, I know we're all a bit bored with this lockdown malarkey now. You know, a lot of the world's opening up. So this video is going to be a quick update on what's going on in Luang Prabang in terms of this strictest lockdown we've ever had, the effects it's having on all of us in terms of food supplies and things like this. I'm going to show you my compound of where I stay, my jungle garden, my $3 bamboo apartment, and yeah, just going to share a bit of my lockdown life with you basically. So this is my street, this is basically my village. I'll just show you around. And it's called Ban Vieng Mai. So Ban means village in Laos, in Laotian. And this is my main street to my village here. And as you can see, there's absolutely no traffic at all. There's no cars, no motorbikes. In fact, there's just a whole bunch of dogs. Loads of dogs all hanging around. Luang Prabang in the past, in the past week has gone into the strictest lockdown it's ever had. So you are not allowed to leave your house, you're not allowed to go and exercise, you're not allowed to do anything. You have to stay in your house. Now the Prime Minister said that you can go out and get food. However, the way that it works here in Laos is that they have it's like an old structure, the old way of doing it, like how even we used to do it in the UK. They have like village chiefs. They have Naibans, which is a village chief. And they basically decide on the rules and regulations of their community. So they have to adhere to what the top government says. So they can't make it any more relaxed. What they can do though is make it stricter. So in my village, for example, they don't want anyone leaving. So I had to go shopping, almost a week ago now, and I've not been allowed out. As foreigners that don't speak any Lao, it really doesn't help because we can't explain, that we don't have any food and blah, 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 blah. So now, oh, and by the way, all of the shops have been shut. All of the supermarkets, all of the little shops, every single shop was shut. I went out a few days ago, maybe like 4 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago. I went out to go get some food. Every shop was shut. The only thing that you could go to was the local wet market. However, because that was the only thing you can go to, it was running out of food. Now there's no food shortage in Laos or anything like that. It's just where I am in this particular village, it's just quite strict, you know. They don't want COVID, excuse me, they don't want COVID here. So yeah, now I'm having to get one of the family members to go out and get some food because all the shops are shut. You can see there's a shop here. In fact, I'll show you what it looks like. There's 4 shops in the village. All the shops, like I said, had to close. They would have been fined, I believe, like 2 or 3 million kip, was about $200 or $300 US, if they were caught open. Now, the Naiban here doesn't want anyone leaving the village, so it looks like this shop has sort of opened up a little bit. What they've done is, where they didn't provide any vegetables before, they've now got vegetables. So I have no vegetables left. I have 1 potato and 3 garlic cloves, and that's it. We have no vegetables left because we're not allowed out the village. I know that that's not the same case in every village in Luang Prabang, because each Naiban, you know, is a bit different. But yeah, it's very, very different here in Laos, in a lockdown. So for example, I don't even want to go to the end of the road because there's a police station at the end of the road, and you know, I've not really ventured, you know, very far, but there's a big bamboo roadblock. You know, it's a really archaic roadblock, and at each end of the road there's a big bamboo roadblock. You just cannot get through it. And then there's one entrance where you're allowed through, but that's where the Naiban is and the police and that, and they don't want you going through. So they technically, 2 people per household are allowed to leave the house. However, here in my village, that's not the case. They've gone a bit stricter. We've been rationing like our food. There's not a food shortage. In fact, if I was Lao, I would probably be allowed out more. And that's probably because I can just explain myself, you know, explain where I'm going, what I'm doing, but I can't do that so well in Laos. So, you know, they don't want to deal with us, so we're here. But luckily that little shop has just opened. Now all the other shops are shut, but they've got some vegetables and stuff, so that's really good news. And I think that's what the Naiban has recognised, that, you know, there needs to be some food in the village if we're not allowed out the village. Anyway, I'm going to show you around my little compound. So basically, up there was that street, is my main street, and from there to where I've just walked to now is just like the little mini hamlet road. And then all of this area is safe. We're allowed to, in fact, I'll take my mask off. Yeah, all of this place we're allowed to, well, it's our guest house. I'm going to show you around, and it's a jungle garden. It's going through some work. They've cut a lot of it down so that it grows back nicer. But yeah, I'm going to show you around, going to discuss, you know, what's going on. Anyway, check this out, and we'll find some puppies as well. There's a dog here that's had 6 puppies. Now this dog here, he hasn't got a name or anything. He's actually the neighbour's dog, but I stroked him once and now he won't stop following me. He literally just follows me around, but I've tried to stay away from him so much because I'm leaving in 10 days and I don't want him to start pining or anything like that. But yeah, anyway, this is like the main part of the jungle garden. Here's Owen. Owen, say subscribe. He said no. And this is Lucy. Hello, Lucy. Hello, Lucy. Lucy, look. You can see here. Can you see? Oh, so cute. She could see herself in the camera. Anyway, look at this dog. Look. Hey, come here. Come. Let me introduce you. Look at him. He gets so excited. He's just absolutely so loving. But the neighbours, they discipline him Lao style, so they hit him a lot, and they're very, very strict on him. So yeah, he stays with me, which is a bit awkward because he literally won't leave me alone, and he always bites my clothes. Like, look at this. Anyway, I'll show you around the garden. It's a really beautiful garden. So right now it's not very sunny. It's really overcast. We've had the tail end of a storm from Vietnam. A lot of bamboo and banana trees were blown down. But yeah, it's just really green, and there's lots of these little paths. So although it's kind of it's quite a big area, but it's made even bigger through the fact that you've got these, you know, huge trees and these clusters that block the area, and you've got all these tiny little paths that go through. We've got loads of little decking areas. So we've got the Nam Can River here, which is really high, and it's quite brown at the minute, and that's because it's the tail end of the rainy season. And again, we've had a lot of rain recently. It's been very stormy, so a lot of mud's gone into the river. But yeah, this is basically where, when I wake up in the morning, I'll come to one of these platforms, and I'll just sit here on this lovely chair, and usually it's sunnier, you know, and it's quite atmospheric, but you've got the birds and the insects, and across there they've got like a little farm place, and they always go out on their little boat, and it's quite atmospheric. Hey, what do you think about it, boy? Hey, hey, he's a bit nervous because he gets hit a lot. Hey, you silly dog. Hey, come here. So that gee, that weird noise that I make, that's actually like, I don't know what you call it, like a micro language. It's basically the noise that Lao people use to ask dogs to come close to them. So they don't use Lao language. They have their own word, like gee 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 gee. And if you want a dog to go away, you shout set. You shout set. You shout set. But I'm not going to do it to him now. But yeah, it's really interesting. In English, we would just use our normal English and say come here or go away. But yeah, they have a specific noise for each different animal. So they'll have a noise for chickens, for ducks, for buffaloes, all sorts of things. But yeah, I'm going to show you my well, the rest of my place. So this is my kitchen. So it's an outside kitchen. When you live in Laos, you'll live in sort of half outside. It's a very basic kitchen. Basically, we just have a stove, a couple of pots and pans, and we've got a fridge. And then we've got Manu here.
Hi.
Manu, say subscribe. Say subscribe.
Subscribe.
So yeah, that's sort of the central courtyard area that I've shown you, and then we've got a little area down here, but oh yeah, and we've got loads of bungalows here. Most of them are empty, but they're really beautiful bungalows. And I'll show you a couple of the bungalows, and I'll show you the huge hostel as well. So this is one of the effects of COVID on tourism here. So they would have brought in masseuse, and the masseuse would have made money from the people that lived here, because you know this was a spa, but obviously you can see that, you know, there's leaves everywhere. There's nothing going on here. It's very derelict, and that's because there's no tourism here, absolutely no tourism. But yeah, this would be a really beautiful place when it was all done up before. And yeah, you have your massage with the view of the river and some nice tea. But yeah, unfortunately, no tourists. This dog is so funny, he just runs around chasing me and running away from me at the same time. So yeah, we got another deck in here. Obviously there's the kitchen, so we've got two decks there and a deck there. We don't really use that one, but this one, these two here, we use quite often. And then down here, it was left just turned into sort of jungle, but now they're turning it into like a little vegetable garden. And then right down there, where that huge snake head is a pontoon. And so you can sit down there on the water, and you can watch the sun. You can watch the sunset over there. It's really beautiful. So you can't really see it in this camera, but there's a really old motorbike bridge over there. And Over here is the fire pit, but we haven't really had a fire in a long time. It's quite overgrown. Huh? Tomiyang? The kids are trying to get involved in the YouTube video, so now I'm going to go up and pester them. Careful what you wish for. Anyway, yeah, it's been really weird here during COVID because, you know, we're not allowed out, and you can get in big trouble if you go out and you disobey the law here. It's not like in the UK. You know, in the UK, it's just very different, you know. You're almost taught to, it's just different. And then they've got like loads of tannoys going off constantly in all the different villages, and you can hear them all throughout the day. And it's just all in Laos, these tannoys of updates of what's going on in Luang Prabang with the lockdown, how many cases there are and stuff like this, new rules that have come in, but I don't know what any of it says, and it almost feels really apocalyptic because we're stuck here in this guest house, and the ends of the roads are barricaded. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hit me.
You getting rid of this? Making all that noise. You can say subscribe.
Put it out.
No, I'm not asking you if you've subscribed. Jiao wow subscribe. Go on. Ni. Jiao wow subscribe.
Yeah.
How about that, eh? Camera made them awkward. Usually they bully me. Look at this dog. Hey? You funny doggy, aren't you? What a funny dog. Huh? What do you want? What, you just constantly running around me? Running up to me? Following me? Running away from me? Huh? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Huh? I haven't got anything for you. Huh? I just don't understand, literally. He just bonds really, really easily. But they must feed him because he looks really, looks really like well fed. But there are some puppies. I'm going to find these puppies. Hello. Hello. So here are the new additions to Sasa Lao. These are the little puppies, and they're so cute. They're all a bit mucky right now because they've just eaten their breakfast. You can see their huge bellies. Look at that. Oh, they're so cute though. You're so cute, aren't you? Wow, I'm so excited. Oh, they're you've got loads of rice on their beards. Come on. Come on. Walkies. Come on. So cute. So cute. Really mucky though. Puppies are really, really mucky animals. They poo everywhere. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? So there's 6 puppies in total. Hello. Hello. This is the cutest one. Oh, Lilo. His tail is so waggy. He's the waggiest dog in all the world. Just get excited by the camera. You got to be in shot, mate. You're ruining the shot. So cute. Hey? Hey? None of them have any names at the minute. But yeah, this is very helpful when you're stuck in lockdown. Very helpful to have around 6 little perfectly happy puppies. Hey? Hey? Hello? So cute. They're so round, their bellies are so big because they've just started eating solid food. So you can roll them around, it's really funny. But yeah, that's the puppies. Here's some more doggies, hello. This is the neighbour's dog. Hello. 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 What are you doing again, eh? Why you keep mounting me? He's all excited. Oh wait, that's enough. Down. He's got loads of ticks in him. I can feel them all in his fur, but he never stays still. It's really hard to pull him out. Come on, come here. Come here. Shh. Come here. Oh gosh. You just bit the camera. You nearly broke the lens. What are you doing? Hey, come here. What's he doing? You're crazy. Calm down. Come here. You've got ticks in your coat. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Shh. Shh. There's a huge tick on his face there. He's got so many ticks on him. Need to take him off. Every day I take about 5 big ticks off of him. This one's really funny. Oi! What are you doing? This one's got a lot of gumption for a little puppy. It's the smallest puppy out of all of them. Wait, you're going to stay still? No. Just going to bully the other puppies, the tiny, tiny puppies. What are you? Hey? Shh. He's such a little coward dog as well. He's never like this with any other dog. You know, he comes across these puppies and he's bully them. Come here. Come here. Come here. Where are them ticks? Come here. Come here. He's got one on the side of his head. Let's see if I can pull it off. There you go. There's a tick. I know it's really gross, but that is a huge tick. Deer tick or something like that. So what we do usually is we pull them off with tweezers. But that one was so big that it was able to be... Oh, look at that. That's so gross. That blood. Look at this. This is your blood. He gets really weirded out when he smells his own blood. You can smell it. Like, what is going on? See if I can get another tick whilst he's sniffing it. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here. He's got loads of ticks on him. Loads. You can feel them all, but I'm trying to find the big ones. Look, he's sniffing his blood and he gets really weirded out by it. There's another tick there. But you can't really grab him and hold him because he gets scared because his owner's hit him. Hello, little one. Hello. Anyway, that's enough of the dogs. So, little update on what's going on in terms of how you exit Laos, or Laos, however you want to call it. And right now the plan is definitely now to go to Thailand, which is really exciting. It's a country that it was the first country I ever travelled, like most people, and it's a really easy country to travel. Everything's super easy. The infrastructure there is really solid. Everything's just really easy, you know, compared to living in Laos. If you've travelled Laos before you travel Thailand, you'll find Thailand super easy. You won't find Thailand stressful in any way. If you travel from Thailand and then you come in long travel Laos, then you might find that more stressful because there's a lot less infrastructure in Laos. Laos is poorer than Thailand, and the whole tourism industry is less developed. There's still a highly developed tourism industry here, but it's pretty much just isolated to 3 towns like Vang Vieng, Vientiane and Luang Prabang. And there's a couple of spots in a couple of other places, but yeah, it's pretty much just 3 towns in the whole of Sabaidi. It's just 3 towns in the whole of Laos that is touristy. So that could be really changed. Like Pont-Savan, for example, that's a place that is in the most bombed place on earth, and it has some ancient history. It's got all kinds of really interesting things there, and hardly anyone ever goes there. So if you come to Laos, you need to go to Pont-Savan. That's another place that needs to be developed. And yeah, anyway, how do you get out of Laos? So right now we are spending 10 days in Luang Prabang. We're in lockdown, so I can't go out and make any content. I can't go and enjoy my last 10 days in Luang Prabang, unfortunately. And then we have to go into quarantine for 2 weeks in Vientiane, because we have to get into Vientiane, which is the capital, to fly. Because obviously, you know, I can't just suddenly appear in Vientiane or in Thailand. So we got to get through Vientiane because we're using that airport. But in order to get into Vientiane, you have to do a 2-week quarantine. So I actually don't have to do it. They've just changed the rules. If you've got a vaccine, then you don't have to do a two-week quarantine to leave the country. But Molly hasn't got the vaccine because she really doesn't like needles, and she has to lay down and all sorts. And yeah, it's a real phobia of hers. So she didn't get it, and she knew that there was going to be a vaccine in the UK, and a big part of it was that she didn't want to take a vaccine from the Lao population when she knew that she was going back to the UK really soon and she can get one there for free. So she didn't get one, and now unfortunately, because of that, you know, because of her altruism, she now has to quarantine in Vientiane for 2 weeks just to leave the country. Just to leave the country, she has to quarantine in a hotel. So obviously those are going to be the last 2 weeks that me and Molly are going to spend together, because she's going to the UK for 3 months and I'm going to Thailand to solo travel for a bit, because I don't really want to go to the UK. I'm not ready to go yet. I've not run out of my money that I saved up to come traveling, and this is my dream. I want to keep basically, I never realised, I thought that when I was going to go traveling, I was going to keep working, but on farms and things like this, you know, longer term work in areas, just stay there for a while and save up in richer countries, you know, like Australia and France and things like this, and then go and spend my money in poorer countries. And I didn't know how long I could do that for. I personally saved up about 8 grand. Molly saved up about 8.5, 9 grand, and that was 2 years ago now. In a few days, it was 2 years ago, and collectively we've still got about 6 grand. So Molly's been working, earning not that much, to be honest with you. She's been working online teaching English, and I earn pennies from YouTube. So my average income from YouTube, if you don't count the months where I wasn't earning any money, is about $100. This month I've done a lot better. In the past 28 days, for some reason, the channel's got more views, and so I think I've got around $190, which is amazing. That's $190 for this month's work on YouTube, which is nothing really. It's a matter of cents per hour for the amount of work that I put into it, with the editing, the filming and everything like that. But yeah, if I can get to Thailand, and if I can grow this channel to maybe, like, I'm not sure, maybe 50,000 subscribers, if I can grow this channel to that, then I will probably, I will definitely be able to live I'll be able to live off of that. And what I mean by living is I mean travel. I'll be able to keep traveling. So once I get to a certain amount of subscribers, then I'll be able to earn enough money to keep it going, and then it will just be perpetually ongoing. I don't know how to describe it, but basically YouTube will keep the travel going and travel will keep the YouTube going. And I got a comment on one of my videos last week or something like, oh, you care way too much about YouTube and stuff like this. And I was just like, well, to be honest with you, this is the way I look at it. Like, I was so depressed in the UK. I was so depressed. I was socially anxious. I felt like I was not getting anywhere in life. I felt like I had no direction in life. I didn't know where I wanted to get to. I knew I wanted to, I was really keen on getting rich. My whole, like, most of my adolescence, I was like, I'm gonna be rich. That's what I'm gonna do. I really like business. I really like the hustle. I really enjoy it. And then I sort of came traveling, and I was just like, whoa, what the hell? Everyone in the UK is just like working jobs that, you know, they don't like. It kills them. It's like they spend all their lives doing a job that they hate so that they can save up enough money that when they're old they can enjoy a bit of time. But to be honest with you, I've seen there's many issues, there's many flaws in that plan to me. So for example, spending most of your life just to spend a little bit of your life off, that sounds I'm not going to swear, but that sounds crap to me. Not only that, when you're working for someone, you're automatically being paid less than you're worth. Otherwise, the company, your boss, I'm sorry if the wind is affecting the audio, but you're automatically being paid less than you're worth, you know? And, you know, I'm not someone special. I don't think I'm worth more than anyone else or anything like this. But I would rather work for myself and earn my own money instead of busting my balls and making someone else rich or richer. They're already rich usually if you're working for them. And it scares the hell out of me. I'm gonna be on a bit of a rant here. This is for my subscribers, the people that really care about watching my content. I'm sure you'll be interested in this, but I'm really scared of staying in one place. I'm really scared of staying in one house for 10 years, let alone 40 years. I'm really scared of buying a mortgage and paying 1.5, 2 times the price on a house, and being stuck in debt to the bank for 40 years or 20 years if I've got a really good income. I'm scared of having kids and not being able to live my life the way I want it for 18 odd years. I know that's something that me and Molly have to talk about, because Molly wants kids, and you know, if I was the only person that wouldn't have kids, if I didn't have kids, I'd be the only person in my whole bloodline, literally from the conception of life all the way through evolution, from my fish ancestors to my worm ancestors to my badger ancestors to my, you know, all these different things. I would be the first living organism in the whole history of life of my ancestral bloodline to not procreate, and it would just die there, and that'd be weird. That's a weird thought for me. Should I have a kid just because of that? I don't know, but yeah, that's another thing. But I'm scared of just living, you know, the normal life that everyone, you know, ends up getting trapped in. I know no one wants to do it, like, it's a trap, I know that. You know, I'm not judging anyone that's doing it. It's I'm sure I'm probably gonna have to do it as well. It's just, I'm 26 and I need to live as much as I can at least before that happens, you know. And hopefully if I do well on YouTube, maybe I'll be able to buy a little piece of land in the UK and start a farm or something like that. You know, I'd be happy with that. But I'm not happy to work in an office. I'm not good at working for other people. I'm good at it, but it puts me down, you know. It kills my creativity and stuff. In the same way it kills everyone else's, you know. I'm just an average person, a normal person, you know. I don't come from a rich family or anything like that. I know a lot of people think I'm posh because I speak quite well, but I actually come from, I come from poverty. I'm not afraid to say it, you know. My mum was a single parent, you know, didn't know my dad, and, you know, just normal, average people. You know, so I'm not part of the 1%. You know, there's no point in being part of the rat race unless you're part of that 1%. You know, otherwise you're just at the bottom of the pile. Oh, I did swear. I'm trying not to swear because I know some people watch my videos with their family members, and yeah, I do. But the thing is, I do swear a lot in life. I celebrate language a lot. I love using colourful language. I don't get offended by it, but I understand that some people can get offended by it, so I try not to swear in my videos, but you know, that is a part of my personality. I'm not afraid to say that either. But yeah, I've just got this nomadic instinct, you know, they say that we've been Homo sapiens, modern Homo sapiens, for, you know, 250 to 300,000 years, and for most of that, 99% of that time, we were nomadic travelers. We would travel following the seasons, following the herds and migrations, and, you know, we'd constantly be experiencing new flavors, new sights, new senses. And that's human instinct. That is in us. That's ingrained in us. I feel it anyway. I have to keep this nomadic thing going. Even if YouTube doesn't work, I'll work out another way. I need to live life and experience the world, you know. I need to experience new people and new flavors and, you know, new knowledge. You know, I've learnt so much whilst coming traveling. I've learnt that so much that I've learnt in the UK is wrong as well, you know, or just ignorant. You know, there's so many things that I've learnt about myself whilst travelling. I know it's real cliche as well that people say that, oh, I found myself and stuff like this. But cliches are there for a reason, you know. They exist for a reason. And yeah, I have this just nomadic instinct that I have to keep moving, I don't know if I'm running away, I don't know. But I love it. I've never been happier, you know, and I've had very dark times in my life, so, you know, why would I want to go back? Of course YouTube is going to be everything, because right now the only thing that I have to do is make YouTube videos. I get up whenever I want, I eat whatever I want. Out of lockdown, I can do whatever I want. If I want to get up at 5 AM in the morning and get on my $150 motorbike, ride around and watch the ancient almsgiving where they bless the food and offer food to the monks in the morning, and if I want to just take a random motorbike ride to an ancient temple in the jungle, or a trek here, or go and see some elephants, or, you know, any of this, I can do whatever I want whenever I want. Why would I not want to put everything into YouTube and go home and work in an office and kill me, you know, it would just slowly kill me, you know, as it does with most people. But I feel like there's going to be a bit of a revolution. I feel like COVID has brought this on. People are working at home more. People are realising that you can remotely work and still earn your money and not have to be shackled in these, you know, white bright boxes with all these buzzing computers killing your brain. Anyway, I'm not going to show you my apartment because the video is too long right now and Molly's sleeping, but I'll make another video about that, and I'll show you the really cheap bungalows here as well. I'll show you a couple of them because they're all empty, and there's a hostel thing here as well, a dormitory, really big, awesome dormitory. I'll make a video about that. But anyway, if you're still watching the video, I really appreciate it. I know it's a long one. It's a very different one from my typical style. You know, usually I like going out, experiencing the culture, you know, hardly any edits, and, you know, just getting out there and seeing new things and people and just bringing you along for the ride. Sorry I haven't been able to do that. Videos have slowed down over the past week or so because I've been in lockdown. However, I've got some amazing videos. In fact, I've got one of them is probably me and Molly would argue that I've got my best video coming up. Really unique experience. It's me and Molly walking through the jungle with 2 Asian elephants, and yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. We're literally just walking with them. It's ethical, it's awesome. That will be coming out soon. I've got another couple of awesome videos coming out. I've saved them. I'm gonna have to go into quarantine in 10 days as well, and that's gonna also slow down some content. I'd really appreciate it. Any of the subscribers out there that really want to support me, I'd really appreciate it if you liked and if you shared the video on your Facebook, or go and share one of your favorite videos of mine on your Facebook. Comment, make sure you comment. If you want to support me, comments are one of the biggest ways that you can boost the video. YouTube basically wants your subscribers to engage with your content. So if you watch my video from start to finish the first time, because that's when it's counted, and then if you comment on the video and like it, then it's going to really boost my video. And right now, look, I don't make a lot of money, but I really enjoy this YouTube thing. I want to keep it going. I really appreciate all you guys, and I really mean that. I appreciate every single person that subscribes to me, that shares my content, that comments, that supports me in the comment section, sends me PayPal. You know, sometimes people send me a beer or something like that, or sometimes, you know, there's Patreon as well. Recently I've lost my phone, and that's another thing as well. I haven't lost my phone, both my iPhones, because I haven't got a computer, haven't got the money for that, but both my old iPhones have broken, and that's what I use to run the channel, to edit all my videos and all this. So I've had to borrow Molly's phone, and it's not ideal. But yeah, if you guys want to support me on a long-term basis, then you can go on to Patreon. The link is in the description. And it's basically like a private page where you pay monthly between £2 and £10, or you basically can choose the tier. And yeah, there's just updates and extra videos and longer form videos on there and stuff like that. And yeah, the past week I haven't uploaded, so I will tell you that, but I will be uploading more soon. So I've got to get my phone fixed. Anyway, I think that's everything. Yeah, sweet. I really appreciate you guys. Please help me keep this dream going. My channel growth is probably going to take a little bit of a dive because of the lack of the content being uploaded because of lockdown and then quarantine coming up. But it's just, that's what I have to do right now. And I will be documenting all of this. I'll be documenting how I get out of Laos, all of the things all the hoops you have to jump through to get into Thailand, and I'll be filming it all, documenting it all. It'll be really interesting, so that'll be coming out too. And yeah, peace. Never know how to finish the videos.
Subscribe.